What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm gonna be walking you through trading trends and how I made $30,000 trading morning routine and Saratoga Spring Water. Yeah, so I made $10,000 on Saratoga Spring Water and then around $20,000 on the morning routine. This would have been more if I had sold it perfectly, but that's never possible. You need to be okay with not making as much as you could have had. Particularly with Saratoga Spring Water, I was able to turn my initial buy, but I do play with more size, so that's why these numbers are very large. But you know, this could have been $100 for you and it would have been like over $4,000, right? So yeah, anyways, this was what I bought and the current value at the peak, so 3,000% gain. And this didn't even run that much. It only went to, I think, around $4 or $5 million. Remember, for meme coins, when you're trading memes, you're trading attention. Just really ingrain that in your head. In general, very, very few memes can actually sustain attention for days, let alone weeks and months. Especially with meme coins, like, things can sharply crash, so you have to be careful. Use things like stop losses, etc. In general, just remember, very rarely do coins go to a $10 million market cap and then to a $100 million market cap, or at least even stay there. So if you open up on Hype, for example, you can see here that just like on this list, these are all the main relevant meme coins, and you can see that there's very few that have even are able to get past 100 million. So just remember that, like, don't be stuck bag holding. Sure, things might run, but they'll probably be cheated back down. So always ask yourself, is this hold or a trade? All right, now we're gonna talk about figuring out when to buy a coin, where to buy it. Like, are you early, are you not? Again, you have to ask yourself, where are you in the attention curve? Is this a trend that hasn't really been picked up yet? And we'll talk through this for the morning routine and Saratoga Spring Water both. What's the coin price versus the attention? Is it mispriced? Well, Saratoga Spring Water, in my opinion, was very mispriced, which is why I made that trade. I'll walk you through that right here. Bought it super early, and then if you don't understand internet culture and memes and stuff, and you don't have a good sense of humor, it does make it a lot harder to trade these types of trends and attention, and like, you'll likely just be wrong a lot. So that's very important. Like, I think you need to have good taste. And what will the consensus take be here on a coin? Is this like consensusly going to be funny for sure, or is this going to be funny just for a certain niche? Now we're going to go to understanding when to sell. Once this is over, we'll actually walk through both of these two trades that I made. Understanding when to sell is the hardest part about meme coin trading, in my opinion. It's not really even buying. Buying's easy. It's like selling. How do you know when to sell? How much should you wait? Should you hold? Whatever. The first is you need to have a mental model of what other coins are based off of the current market liquidity structure. So the current ceilings, for example, are, I think, maybe a few 3-4 weeks ago, there was Please that hit 50 million. That was a pretty viral meme. It was JD Vance. He even like quote tweeted it. That was something that actually like lasted for a few, like, I think for a week. It wasn't a flash in the pan, though in general it was it just is. It's down now. It's been cheated, but that's like a good reference point. It hit 50 million all-time high over the course of like multiple days. It wasn't on day one, right? So that's, I think it hit like maybe 4 or 5. I don't know exactly it's day one, but it didn't hit 50 million in day one. So if it's like a day-long trend, like, it's probably not gonna hit 50 million, at least in this current market, right, structure, until there is one that does hit that. And now that changes the mental model, it changes the current market structure. If things are able to rip on day one to a very high market cap, that does change like what happened on the next one. This is what happened with Trump too. Like, Trump is such a high market cap that it just changed everyone's mental model. Next one, morning routine. Morning routine is the one we're going to talk through. That went through 15 million. That went to 15 million, I believe, over the course of 2 days, and got cheated down. So now we just went through trading memes. What does trading attention actually mean? What does trading trends actually mean? We went through trying to help you figure out where to buy coins. Again, like, looking at market cap entry is super important, obviously, and then also like the viral factor of stuff. And the last thing is understanding when to sell. This is the hardest thing to do. Everyone sucks at this. No one's good at this. Cool. So now we're gonna do a walkthrough of the actual trade. Okay, so first we're gonna go through morning routine because that came first. We're going to break down the trade I made, why I bought it, when I bought it. This coin was around $2 million market cap, but the thing is that this was going super viral on Twitter. Like, this is one of the most viewed videos of all time on Twitter, and so seeing a coin have that low of a market cap didn't really make sense to me in terms of the virality of it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some of this. I remember I was like out with friends and stuff and just saw this and it was on my phone and thought it was hilarious, so I just started buying it. So I bought it at a $2 million market cap. I thought that was mispriced based off of like maybe like my comp at this point was Squeeze and like how viral this could go. And so I just kept buying it. I bought it some at 1.9 million, 1.4 million, etc., etc., etc. I obviously traded this a lot. Like my total buy volume was around 67K. My total sell volume was around 88K. So I was like trading this a lot. So whenever you see like there's like crazy parabolas, that's when you usually want to sell. At least that's what I want to sell and scale out of my positions. I'd like to sell at psychological levels and right before them too. So for example, if a coin is trying to hit 10, I'm going to be probably selling at like 7 to 8 to 9 versus waiting for it to exactly hit 10, because you almost like want to front run the sellers that are going to sell at 10. I usually do that. Like I'll sell a little bit before it hits a psychological milestone, like 5, 10, 15, 20, etc., or the next million. And then I actually re-entered the trade after it got sold off. Usually when you have parabolic movements, you have like some sort of correction, and so I was like buying that downtrend and then like hoping for a second wave, which I guess happened, but it never was able to reclaim the all-time highs before. And usually when that happens, it's like it's indicative potentially of a trend overall dying. And so at that point, I guess I started selling, but I still thought it was funny. I mean, it kept on going viral. Like companies are posting about it and stuff like that. So I was like, fuck, let me just maybe hold some. Might have held a moon back, and then ultimately just as I saw, I even thought like this would have a revival here. I think this was on like Monday when companies started posting about it. I thought maybe there's a revival, but there wasn't. The coin just kind of just like goes to zero. The hard part here was figuring out, okay, how high can this actually go? The way I did that was like referencing other coins in the past. Like remember, it's like really hard to even go to a $10 million market cap in the first place. In like Squeeze was like went super viral too. That was like my comp to this. I was like, okay, maybe it goes to 50 mil, maybe, but I don't know, I wasn't really too confident in that after it got G'd down. And then also knew this would definitely fade over time, because like it was a viral moment, but like how long will this morning routine meme actually last for? Who knows, maybe it comes back. I don't know, I don't think so, but yes, I'm just fully out of that. Okay, so now all this happened around the same time. First we're gonna talk about why I bought it, and then second I'll show you when I bought it and when I sold it. So I bought it around 143K market cap. I bought around 1% of the supply here. So put in around 1.3K. At its peak, it was around 46.29K, 3,000% gain. So when it comes to the sales, I was selling it at around 1 mil, 2 mil, etc., and then sold this pretty well. I rebought a bunch here, which was probably a mistake. I thought go more viral, just didn't, and I ended up selling. Even though my initial buy was 1 point at 100K market cap, my average market cap was 1.28. Got out of it. This was I could have round tripped this one, and luckily I got out of it and ended up with decent profit here. But yeah, okay, so why did I buy this coin in the first place? So I saw this, and I didn't really know what Saratoga Spring Water was. And then you have Ashton Hall just like constantly showing this bottle here as Saratoga Spring Water, and then like I feel like that itself would become a meme. And so I sent this to a few friends in our chat. Yeah, I sent it here. That's the water that this is my mentality. That's the water that dude is drinking in the routine. And so I'm like, okay, Saratoga Spring Water could go viral because it's like so random and he's like so obsessed with it. Like that in itself could be a meme. Honestly, like I even thought it could be more of a meme than morning routine, the Saratoga Spring. So I bought it pretty early. That was my mentality. It was a bet on, again, I bought it very early at 100K market cap. Usually when you're buying something at 100, 500K market cap, you're relatively pretty early. That was the rationale. It was like, if morning routine can't pass 15 million, that was like the meme. Could Saratoga pass the morning routine? Probably not in terms of virality. And so, or maybe it couldn't virality, but probably not in terms of price. And so that's why I was not planning on holding that one. And of course, as we talked about here, how long do trends and headlines really last for? Not long. Another thing I will say is that a lot of these were bought. All this was done on hype. I really think having a mobile trading app is super important, so you could like make moves on the go, on the fly. Yeah, I bought it at 10:30 p.m. Like I was probably about to go to sleep, or like was FaceTiming a friend or something at this point. I'm the founder of this thing, and I built hype for myself to make sure that you're gonna get like the best mobile trading experience out there, but you can use whatever you want. Always remember, don't put money in that you're not cool losing. Like these will go to zero a lot faster because it's like you're trading attention or the meme and the trends and stuff, and some people might not find it funny, you could be wrong and you'll lose money. So, or might not get adopted and stuff. So these are risky, but meme coins are risky in general. Be very safe with your money. A lot of the markets are down if you want to like learn more about meme coins and get tools like Hype to trade these things. But to recap, you're trading attention. Remember where you are in the attention curve always. Figuring out where to buy is thinking about where we are on the attention curve. Is this going to go more viral? Yeah, hopefully that was helpful when it comes to thinking about how to trade attention, how to trade trends and things like that. And if you like this content, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All I use is the app Hype to trade, make all my trades. It makes it super easy to like trade on the go and all that. If you want to download that too, you can go check that out in the bio or just search Hype on the App Store. All right, thank you for watching.